Hi, Diva. Can I call you Diva? My name is Detective Fierce. You're not in trouble, Boots. We're just trying to get the tea on the situation. Okay, and I said that wrong. Well, yes, I look extra chopped today. Dude, I got my hair fucked up. I look like a junkie. Like, oh my god. Like, how do I... Do you wanna know why I have my beanie on? Because we're gonna be doing makeup today and reading some Reddit stories. Because, yes, I watched Orange is the New Black. You know, I finished it. So, let's read some prison stories from Reddit. But, ooh, and then it keeps going. Oh, okay, but it's still forehead, so that's... First story, and I'm gonna aim for 3 stories. First story is from r/askreddit. Ex-prisoners of Reddit. What was the scariest thing you saw whilst on the inside? Okay, this is from Stampede Jones PS4 7 years ago. I got a DUI. What is it? Isn't that something like when you drink and drive? Oh well. In a neighboring country. I was going through a rough patch in life, so I said fuck it and never showed up to court. I figured catch me if you can. Well, fast forward a couple months and I end up getting into some shit and charged in my county. In my county. I end up in the neighboring county's prison. Rough stop, to put it lightly. So one night I'm in my cell, which was on the second floor. Why did you just say second floor then? Oh my. And they bring some new guy in. Well, this guy keeps asking for shit. Phone calls, food, and just generally being a pain in the ass. So, at one point, a CEO comes up to him. Comes up to talk to him. The CEO leaves, and this guy is freaking out. He's screaming and yelling and banging on the door to his cell. He called me an N-word. He just keeps screaming this. And the banging intensifies. It's now boom, 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 with him still screaming. Now, when the door's closed and locked, there's about a 2-inch gap between the door and the wall. That's what he was screaming through. I see a CEO walk up and hear, he called me a N-word. The CEO had walked up and waited for him to scream and sprayed mace down the man's throat through the crack and just walked away.
What?
So for the next 45 minutes, I can hear this guy gasping for air, and it didn't sound good. They finally came back, drag him out of his cell and down the hall to this little shower. They cuffed him to the shower and ran water on him for a couple hours, gasping the whole time. They finally ended up taking him to the hospital. Bro, that's crazy. Like, this guy's having like a freaking panic attack or something, and then he just... Where's mace even? Spray. Is that just pepper spray? Okay, so it's kind of like pepper spray. But like, bro, you get freaking... Like, you crash out, and then somebody freaking walks up to you, and then sprays pepper spray down your throat. Out of all the things you could do, that's like actually kind of the first resort you do. Like, why don't you take him like freaking out of his cell and like, I don't know, take him somewhere else instead of doing that? Like, okay, so Loki, I should Loki start on the makeup now. Hi, sisters. Anyways, let me go look for another story. Okay, this is by Throwaway, and then there's a lot of numbers. 7 years ago, I have actual medical problems, so I was on the medical unit the whole time. In the jail in my country, that is code for psych unit. The scariest thing I saw was 1. Someone beating their own head against the wall to the point there was actual blood and bits of skull through the entire cell, which was monitored by video and behind glass. Oh my god. 2. The fact that when this happened, the other who were not crazy enough to be locked in 24/7 were trying to alert the CEOs that someone needed help now and were ignored for 20 minutes or so because they're used to people being nuts. I'm like, if like multiple people are saying the same thing, would you not listen? 3. Me having a literal cardiac arrest and CEOs ignored it. Thankfully, someone came on duty who knew I wasn't fucking around. Damn, that's crazy, bro. If like multiple people tell you like that something's happening, you're just gonna ignore it. I just know this is gonna be like the most dookie ass vlog ever because I'm not like in my element. I say as I have no element literally ever. Paradox me 7 years ago. Not prison, but juvie. I was there waiting to go to a mental hospital and the other girls tried making me block the camera while they beat up the snitch. That's not the scariest though. They also took turns seeing who could deep throw a banana the farthest. But they used the same banana. Oh my god. Like, oh, that's crazy. Like, imagine being so bored. And then you just do that, bro. I would too, to be honest. Let me do a little bit of more makeup and then we're gonna look for one more kind of longer story. Okay, so like, if you potentially had a friend whose makeup sucked dookie ass, would you tell them? And be honest. Be really honest, okay? 2, 1, 2, 3, release them. Oh my god. What the fuck happened? I don't know why it looks so bad. Like, oh, do not ever let me touch makeup ever again. Okay, so POV, you're in a flop competition and I'm your opponent. But I have never looked worse. Like, oh, what happened, Diva? I don't know. It was going so good up until the eyes. And I don't know how I fucked up the eyes this bad. Oh, generally, I'm kind of good at eye makeup. And now I know you will never believe me because I literally look crazy. Hey, and I still look awful. I still look like a hot mess. I have to wash this off. This is actually humiliating. Okay, so now I'm back to normal choppiness. Bro, I look awful. This is literally the worst vlog video I ever done, man. The last one is by Skin Spam Net. Also, 7 years ago, late as fuck to the party, but recently did 4 months in county, and it's a trip. I was in general population. I got to go work furlough, then the whole for 6 weeks, and then back to gen pop. Wait, no. Yes, I watched Orange Is the New Black, so you could call me an expert. And then back to gen pop until I was released. Man, the things you will see. Girls really do tattoo in there. Gay for this day is real and fights over the dumbest fucking shit. Gen pop in Estrella jail was 120 women in one big ass room, half already bitches and the other half on their periods. Almost like walking on eggshells if you didn't know anyone around you. And they expect you to just learn the jail rules and the rules on the floor that the inmates make up and enforce somehow on your own. I have so many stories. The scariest thing, I have 2. Oh yes, juicy. 1. I heard a woman commit suicide while in the hole. Rest in peace. That's crazy. She had wrapped her sheet around her neck and fleshed it. The COs did not get to her in time. But that was sad. That's actually crazy. Like, don't they have cameras in there? Like, what? And 2. I was 2 rooms away in work furlough when another inmate had OD'd and died. That one really tugged at my heartstrings though, because she was 51, 54. Literally, why do I just lie? She was 54 and my mom was 54 at the time, and it just broke my heart to pieces. Dude, that's crazy. Do not go to jail, guys. If you can help it, do not go there, bro. Like, jail is a crazy place. Like, oh, I don't even know what to say. I'm like in shock. I don't know what to say. Oh, that's all I'm gonna attempt today because, ooh, this was a flop fest. Ooh, snooze fest alert. Ooh, this is like the most embarrassing thing ever. I hope you enjoyed this freaking video. I guess I'll see you whenever I decide to post again. Bye.
Goodbye.